Capitalism. All bad, right? It's not what you might think. Despite its flaws, capitalism has unquestionably led to the transformation and diversification of media such as movies and television. This change in media has also contributed to certain aspects of social change, but we'll get to that later. Through technological advancements and an ever-changing market, the media that we see today is almost unrecognizable from that of a few decades ago. This transformation can be largely attributed to a capitalist compulsion to maximize profits by expanding reach and through appealing to a larger, more diverse audience and niche markets. The shift from Fordism to post-Fordism has been discussed by many theorists, with the most notable being media scholar John Fiske. Under the economic order of Fordism, capitalism and media industries sought to maximize profits by reaching the broadest audience possible. Media industries focus on mass marketing and deny differences of all kinds, including race, gender, class, and more. Under post-Fordism, media industries cultivate market segmentation and niche production of products and entertainment. We can see this strategy being done successfully in companies like Netflix, which has a huge plethora of entertainment, ranging from kids to horror movies to action adventure to love stories to LGBT movies. Not everything is for everybody, but they reach everybody by having something for everybody. Post-Fordism prioritizes diversity over homogeneity. Despite its capitalist profit-driven origins, the transformation and diversification of media has led to certain benefits as well. Most notably, the transformation and diversification has played a role in giving minority groups more exposure, a louder voice, and a larger platform. Dr. Strangelove discusses this in his work when he says, "Despite all its flaws, commercial media played a crucial role in propagating changes in values championed by new social movements. The contradictions of capitalism must be acknowledged." So let's look at an example surrounding the LGBT community. Through his research surrounding LGBT representation in the media, J.J. Gerritsen found that the more people watched and became comfortable with LGBT actors, characters, and news stories, the more tolerant their attitudes towards the LGBT community became. He largely attributes this social change to the diversification of media, as well as a change in governmental support. It is through media that individuals are exposed to a world outside of their own. People, places, things, ideals, norms, and ways of life that they had never seen before. The radical change in media has undeniably affected belief systems. Just look at the huge part media figures such as Ellen DeGeneres have played in changing the conversation around the LGBT community. Or, more recently, how RuPaul Charles has normalized and popularized drag queen culture. Similarly, if we look at the long and arduous battle for Black rights in the United States, we can see that television and film have had a positive impact as well. The rise and inclusion of Black actors through diversification of media has affected racial bias in many individuals. During a time of racial tension and inequality, new television shows like All in the Family, The Jeffersons challenged racial stereotypes every week by addressing real-world issues. Shows like these were revolutionary. In a sense, they humanized a race which had previously been seen as the other by most of American society. Despite these benefits, the media, social change, and social justice causes have now been co-opted by capitalist corporatist influences who use it for their own good. We can see this highly benefiting companies when they do it correctly, such as Airbnb's pro-diversity #WeAccept ad, which aired at the Super Bowl. It yielded extremely huge results for the company, with a 2,400% increase in positive social conversation around the brand. But we can also see it doing the exact opposite when companies fail. A good example of this is Pepsi's protest advertisement, which yielded huge backlash and negative responses, leading to the advertisement being withdrawn and the company publicly apologizing for its distasteful misstep. The ad was largely seen as being an appropriation of very serious imagery from serious protests used to sell products and trivialize the struggle of protesters worldwide. It is very important to consider the difficulties capitalism creates for political discourse, and that the same capitalist goals and influences which led to the diversification of media have also taken advantage of it and now use social change and justice causes, newfound platforms, to their own benefit. As B.H. Hancock says, just as the social order has been reorganized through diversification, a parallel shift in the economic order is seen. Hancock is stating that through diversification of the media, a sort of social change has taken place, and through that a change in media industry has taken place as well. Evidently, media affects society and society affects media. This cycle of life is surely an intriguing one, and it'll be interesting to see in the future how the two intertwine and continue to bounce off and affect each other. Thanks, bye.